exactly.
back from these guys by stopping. I mean, by you stopping the continued defense of the same people who don't wish you well, and it's easier to do that, right? Whatever. I mean, I think it is easier to do that. Depends on if people really want to do that, but the level of a conditioning, social conditioning that they've subjected people to for this long almost makes it impossible.
My dear, Maiyegun, I just wanted to put my 2 cents in there. I know that for me, I feel like there are multiple truths at the same time. Whether people feel like, oh, America is interested in resources, whatever. So many things can be true at the same time. It is also true that there is a genocide going on in Nigeria. And if we do not arrest it now, right, it is still going to come and meet us, even if you feel like, oh, you're safe because you're in the southeast or whatever, it's still going to come and meet you. And another point in time, is that when you want to do something? Now is the time to actually do something about it. Like you said, you made the example of this Harrison. He's doing something about it. He's not broadcasting, or maybe he is. I really don't know.
No,
but he's doing something about it.
Broadcast anything is just to give his followers updates, and I'm talking about success stories, true life stories. People who are okay. Take for instance, you remember that Aisha girl that got kidnapped in Auchi?
Oh yes, that got yes.
Right. Well, he and his crew were the ones who actually took the ransom. They had to pay the ransom to get her out. So success story like that, sometimes they will even capture the kidnappers. And I've seen so many story that I'm like, this is just somebody, right? An ordinary citizen, right? Who somehow was able to convince a group of security guys, pay them to go on this expedition. He could get killed. You may wake up someday and they say they've killed him. And I kind of like start thinking of those who have these kind of like brags and not like Asari. There are brags of the kind of weapons the government have allowed him to move in and move around the country, and yet you can't really point them to any success thing. I mean, any success story that protects lives or save lives anywhere, except the one
because you and I
and be screaming.
You and I know the truth. You and I know the truth. As those are the weapons that they've used against Nigerians. Yep. They were never for Nigerians. They're not trying to save anybody or to resolve any kind of issues. They are the part of the problem that we have in the country. Sorry, is a tool. Is a tool that is being used by the politicians to, like you said, destabilize the southeast and do all of that. He has never been a tool to try and get to help, do anything.
Hang on, no. This Asari's army. But we know them, right? If they come, I mean, the day they came to, for example, the day they entered Zamfara, the history of terrorism in Zamfara disappeared. That's something somebody should brag of. That's something you should be bragging of to say.
Absolutely. That's my contribution. That's what I was able to do. That the minute I walked into Zamfara, all
of us with gun, with this, with that, you can say that. You know what I mean? Like,
Maiyegun, all I can do is to tell you that you should keep on shining the light. But as they're shining this light, we were looking at it and we're thinking, how is this going to end? Because clearly something is not right. Something is not right. And even when you think about the geopolitics, if you follow,
you get what I mean now.
Yeah, if you follow what is going on in Sudan, right? Because that Sudan, whatever is going on in Sudan is nicely making its way to northern Nigeria.
It is.
Because it's moving, it's nicely, quietly making its way to Chad. It has gone to, it's going through Congo, it's coming to us. So the minute we need to wake up and realize that there are people who want what we have. So if we are not able to wake up and get our senses right, they will kill us, right? And they will take away all those things.
Eventually. Thank you so much.
Maiyegun, well done.
You have a very good day, all right? Enjoy the rest of your morning and the day. So I think I have another prince on the line, and he's Prince Adewale, the African Wahala. Baba, you are up early.
Yes, General.
How are you today?
I'm doing very well.
So we say
thank you so much for the great program.
Even though we are not consistent, but I mean, once in a while we can still leave it, like this, to use the opportunity at the same time to have a chat. So
yes,
this is what we are doing. I don't know when you joined us, but wherever it was, here you are. Baba.
Yes, thank you so much, Maiyegun General.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was able to join in early. thank you for putting the program together, for not giving up. I know slowly things would pick up and we would all be motivated to keep talking about this until a point where we will galvanize eventually and do the right thing, because we are supposed to do the right thing as the victims of Nigeria, to be honest. Because this country is, amongst us, the victims of Nigeria, there are many, many people that are already living like the people of Sudan, living like the people of Gaza. I mean, if you go to Yelawata, what is the difference between those people in Yelawata and the people of Gaza, for example? There's no difference. They are already in Gaza. They are already in Congo. They are already in Sudan. And for those of us that are not fully there yet, we are slowly getting to it. So it's not even like this is time for us to wake up. We should have woken up like 15 years ago, but we just never did. And we've been divided. We're so divided. We can't come together in a unified voice and do the right thing. In my personal opinion, this would have been the perfect time for Nigerians to go march to all the government houses everywhere, every corner, from Akwa Ibom to Zamfara to Benue, march to all the government houses and just simple demand: end terrorism now. Now, we all understand they are never going to end terrorism. These clowns in government, they are never ever going to end the terrorism. The only reason why they are scrambling around these criminal APC and PDP and all these terrorists that are in power is because of 2 tweets by Donald Trump. Trump himself doesn't care about Nigeria. Trump himself is not even a real Christian. I mean, who is a real Christian that goes around saying, grab by the... Oh, I don't want to say that word. What real Christian goes around saying that? What real Christian has ties to Epstein files and all that stuff? Bro, Trump doesn't give a damn about Nigerian Christians. But Trump has seen an opportunity to take advantage of a weak, disgraced country like Nigeria. That's all it is. And the victims of Nigeria that have been crying to the Nigerian government without their cries being heard. I can't blame them for crying to the US. Why would I blame them when they are already living in Gaza? Look at the people in Benue, people in Plateau. Bro, people in Owo, Ondo, these people are already in Palestine. They are already in Congo.
In a community in Benue just yesterday. Like, they had to go and recover the body from the forest. It was butchered and killed on his farm. Why would anybody kill me on my farm? Like, it's my farm. What can I do wrong in my farm? Baba, it's like you are in your house.
Just try to make money.
Your house,
just try to feed yourself.
Let me just kill you inside your house. Like, what can you do wrong in your own house? And the only solution is for somebody like you, for the survivors, if they don't want the same thing to happen to them, is to take the offer. And the offer is what? Make peace with these terrorists. Like, how?
It's ridiculous. Maiyegun, see, they are talking about genocide against Christians in Nigeria. I see many people are defensive about that statement. Even though me, myself, personally, this is my own experience, my Nigerian experience. We are all being genocided by the Nigerian government, regardless of your Abrahamic religion that you follow, whether you're a Christian or a Muslim, whether you're a traditional worshiper, whether you're an atheist. We are all victims of a genocide in Nigeria that is perpetrated by the Nigerian government. However, in the Middle Belt region, Benue, Nasarawa, Plateau, these guys are the Christians in that region. They are facing more of a genocide than the rest of us in the contraction. And that's just the truth. So, yes, it's true that Trump is not a real Christian and he doesn't give a damn about Nigerian Christians. That's true. Yes, there is a genocide against Nigerian Christians, especially in the Middle Belt. And yes, it's our own responsibility. Because right now, once Trump comes in, Tinubu is a crook. They're just going to sign a deal. Tinubu will give Trump control over some areas. Oh, take over all these minerals, take over all this stuff, control it all you want, and then give us weapons to fight against terrorists.
To take out the terrorists, or to pretend to, like Nigeria, to pretend that they are taking out the terrorists. if that comes in?
It's to pretend like they're taking out the terrorists. It's to pretend. Because Trump and Tinubu, both of them don't care about Nigeria. Both Trump and Tinubu, there was a lady, one of these MAGA supporters, Laura Luma.
Right.
She was there on Twitter saying, "Oh, I'm crying for my Nigerian Christian brothers and sisters. They are being killed by Muslim terrorists." This was the same lady that was celebrating when 2,000 Africans perished over the Mediterranean Sea. When a news article by thenation.com posted 2,000 Africans perished crossing the Mediterranean Sea, she was celebrating. She was like, "Yay! Cheers to 2,000 more that would perish." So they don't care about African people. Trump doesn't care about African people. Tinubu does not care about African people. The Nigerian government does not care about African people. They want us all to die. And that's why it's our own responsibility as the victims of this system to stand up and fight against this evil Nigerian government. We can't force them to clear the insecurity because they are never going to do it. So we have to force them out of that place that they are and take over the power. And this is the perfect opportunity for people to go out and protest against the Nigerian government, simply because now that the Nigerian government is afraid of Trump, they are shitting their pants right now. They're afraid. If the people go out there and protest against insecurity, what's going to happen is they will be careful. The terrorist APC government will be careful in using their zombie police and soldiers to kill the protesters. They will be careful. So this is supposed to be the perfect opportunity. I hope people can capitalize on it. And will that make a difference? I don't know, but it will add towards ending this evil Nigerian government that has put us in this mess. But that's just my contribution, my brother.
Well, thank you so much, the African Wahala. You have a wonderful morning too, okay? Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes, sir.
And talking about the politicians who don't give a damn, one of them also is Wike. His own reaction was this.
The killings of Christians, he described it as genocide. And he says that he has alerted the Department of War, according to what is tagged it now, that they should prepare for an involvement, an engagement in Nigeria. What is your own view? Are you worried about a possibility of a Trump invasion of Nigeria?
Asham, thank you for this opportunity. In fact, I think you may have promoted this program today. Before I came in here, so many people were sending me texts. "Oh, please, don't speak about Trump. Please, this and that and this." And I just laughed. I'm a Nigerian, a full-blooded Nigerian. I'm a Christian. My father is a pastor. My family are all Christians. I serve in this government. First of all, it's an indictment of my person as a Christian. The indictment of my family as Christians, that a government that I'm serving, anybody will allege that that government is supporting genocide, killing of Christians, and then I'm still in that government. This is politics taken too far.
Is this politics?
This is politics taken too far.
What do you mean?
Yeah, now, let me just come. The Inspector General of Police is a Christian. The Director General of State Security Service is a Christian. Today, the Chief of Defense is a Christian. The former Chief of Defense is a Christian. Now, tell me how any right-thinking person will say that we are in this government. The Secretary to Government is a Christian. We sit in the government that will support the killing of our own people. That's why I say politics taking too far.
Is it Trump that is playing this politics, or who is playing?
I am coming. You see, there could be some misinformation or destruction. It's unfortunate. All I tell people is that nobody will be happy for the death of anybody, whether a Christian or a Muslim. No right-thinking person, no leader will say, "I'm happy that Muslims are dying. I'm happy Christians are dying and happy non-believers are dying. Nobody. Not the president I know. Not this president I know. I'm not talking about even the government now. It is not possible. Not to come as an individual. Not this president I know, whose wife is the senior pastor, will shut his eyes and will not do anything that a particular religion is being eliminated? Certainly not.
Could complacency mean be serious about the issue of security?
Can we tell ourselves the simple truth? In every political era, you see things come up. Will you be candid to us and Nigerians that this government is not doing quite a lot in order to tame this insecurity or terrorism?
Is the government doing
terrorism? Of course, quite a lot. Quite a lot. In fact, as I speak to you, I don't know any government that has spent of putting resources in taming terrorism as far as this government is concerned. I have said severally, and I want to say this clearly. We must know that this country belongs to all of us. We must know the existence of this country is for our own interest. What is the problem? I don't know where the Trump administration is getting the information. I don't want to. But all I'm saying is that nobody can say that this government is shutting its eyes to say that a particular religion is being eliminated. A particular religion is being put out. It's not correct. And that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not happy that terrorists are killing our people. Terrorists are killing Christians. Terrorists are killing Muslims. Terrorists are killing non-believers. And the government has come and president and said, look, the president I know. In fact, one of the reasons why some of us supported him, when we were talking about Muslim ticket, we said, no, it is not this kind of person we know. They are track records. That is not an extremist. And that's why we were able to say, I'm marrying a Christian. How can you have...
He has no job. He has.
Where Wike was speaking his words, right? But I have a caller on the line. Hello.
Hello. Maiyegun.
Baba.
I'm fine. Longest time.
I know. Báwo ni gbogbo ẹ sà?
I will go. You see the look of Jesus family nǹkan.
Kashama dúpẹ́. We thank God.
Yeah, kama dúpẹ́ o.
Baba.
Mo wo program ni mo so wa live na bi.
Yes, live ni.
Okay. Tó mo wo the Wike pẹ̀lú jargon tó ń sọ lẹ́nu.
Abẹ́rẹ́. He's being careful about talking about Trump. Remember that he recently bought $3 million house.
I know.
And there may be others we don't even know yet in America. That if he makes
exactly,
we just add his name, and all those properties and all those stuff may be gone. So other politicians. He says some politicians are the ones who are like cooking this and giving Donald Trump information. Baba.
But it's clear. Everybody can see what is happening in the north. That all those villages, in fact, all those villages I'm hearing their names. I've never had that kind of a village that they bear that kind of name in the core north. And they are all Christians living in those villages. Baba. In those villages. And you are killing them, and you people killing towards the everybody will move on. One not 20 people, everybody just move on. Then everybody will just move on. Our first story, the Taliban, Afghanistan. What do I normalize it? It normalize killing. Gbogbo ní ṣe wọ́n sá káàkiri ìgbà tí Trump lóun bọ̀ wá báyìí. Torí ẹ Maiyegun tán bá pa Gumi náà tó lè nísinmi.
Yeah.
They have to. I'm telling you, tán bá pa Gumi náà tó lè nísinmi until they take that man out. Gbogbo jargon mo di program kan tó lọ interview kan tó lọ ṣe gbogbo jargon tó ń sọ yẹn tó sọ pé àwọn láti negotiate. Wọ́n láti negotiate pẹ̀lú
terrorists.